fuck it.
What the hell am I doing back playing this game again? Alright, I'm a goddamn masochist or something like that. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play, or Let's Replay, Megaman X6. Oh, I should never have decided to replay this game, but of course, I figured I sort of owed it to myself since Megaman X6 was one of the earliest Let's Plays that I ever did, and it's kind of the not great quality. Not that I expect this to be much greater, because I'm still frustrated by this goddamn piece of shit, garbage, ass balls game. Fucking hate Megaman X6. But anyway, when we last left off, we had defeated all 8 of the Nightmare Investigators. And now Gate has decided to reveal himself as the mastermind behind it all, even though we should have had that figured out a lot earlier. You know, considering that all of the Nightmare Investigators that we fought, like even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 investigators all linked to Gate, you should have had that figured out, that Gate was somehow involved and that Gate had something to do with it, but no, you had to beat all 8 of them before it became blatantly obvious. But after defeating all the investigators, Gate calls the Hunter base and decides, oh, time to gloat, this is all my doing, come and get me. And of course he does have a point, you know, all those investigators that were shut down for various reasons, various kind of silly reasons ultimately. Just like, why? Just like, they carry risks, but some of those risks were just dumb. But I don't care. The fact of the matter is, this is the point at which we can go straight to his lab and deal with him, which happens to be at the Eurasia colony. But we're not going to go there in this part. Oh no, we're going to go and actually have a look at all the various secondary areas of the different levels. And this is a nightmare effect. Oh yeah, the invincibility glitch is in play here. And this particular nightmare effect, the spotlight and or shadow light, I'm not sure what else to call it, effect, which makes seeing things on the screen incredibly difficult. Now, I said, I believe before, that this particular effect, which we wouldn't see, was actually not that bad in emulation. When I said that, I hadn't realized that emulation had improved, unfortunately, since I did my first playthrough of Megaman X6. But the fact of the matter is, this is a nightmare effect, it's awful. I can't remember what triggers it, but it's a thing. And it's pretty awful, especially in areas like this where you have to be jumping across platforms and can barely see. Now, I made it. It probably cost me a couple of lives, and I don't know how I managed to get to the end, but if you manage to get to the end at this point after defeating all 8 investigators and accessing Gate's laboratory stages, you will face off with Dynamo, returning from Mega Man X5 to cause even more havoc. For what little havoc that he caused before, but the point is, he's back, and he's pestering us yet again. This time, however, he appears to be weak to the Insousian move. And not only that, but if you hit him a certain way with the Insousian in succession, he will drop spare Nightmare Souls. And you remember, collecting Nightmare Souls is how you up your Hunter rank in this game. And the higher your hunter rank is, the more chip parts that you can add to your character. Of course, there's a way to bypass that, too. That we'll get to here in a moment, I think. But yeah, that's how you defeat Dynamo, and there's that. And you'll face him at the end of all secondary areas. Here's the secondary area for the one stage. What was it? Yeah. The water flea guy. I don't know. We skipped past that when we originally played this stage. But over to the left is a light capsule. And a heart tank, too. Zero, give this program to X for the armor, the blade armor, for the arms and stuff. Yeah. But there is something here to be taken into consideration. Wait, are you the one who saved X? Do you know who saved me? I'm sorry, I don't. Yours is a miraculous return. If you know anything about me, I'm sorry, Zero. I see. I'll give this program to X. Yeah, I mentioned this before, but Zero was bullshitting earlier when he said that he hit himself while he tried to repair himself. I think that was just his way of not giving away that he has no idea how he got back either. And anytime that he encounters a light capsule, he's just like, huh. I wonder if Dr. Light knows anything about this. Oh my god, yeah. I think I talked about this maneuver before, but when you unlock it where you have to press up and the attack button, it would be a problem. In places like this, where you have to use the up button to grab onto these ropes, and you have all these enemies that you have to attack while you're doing so, and you push that particular button combination and fall to your death uncontrollably. I don't think the designers had that in mind. Granted, I don't think the designers had minds at all when putting this game together. But that's just me, because this game is stupid frustrating. Once again, more Dynamo, same shtick, just get it over with real quickly. You know, I don't know if I mentioned this the first time that we went through this stage, but first time I saw that Illumina disassembled in the background of the boss area, I always thought that its broken head looked like Megatron. Yeah, and here's a little glitch that I found out about. Apparently, if you have at least one open chip slot, you can actually technically equip all 4 chip slots by pressing the confirm and cancel button at the exact same time when selecting things. And also here's another way to activate invincibility in this stage. Unfortunately, it doesn't work in those tight little corridors with spikes in them, because those tight corridors also count as a crusher obstacle if you don't dash through them. But yeah, here's another light capsule. But yeah, that's another thing that I figured out in the interim between this time and the last time that I recorded footage for this game, is that there are other ways to activate invincibility with Zero using the Insuzian, and it is just, god damn, it pisses me off. Because apparently the thing about the Insuzian invincibility glitch is that it's not just a case of it only working with those specific enemies in the Amazon like I thought, but you can also activate the glitch in certain other areas, because the way that the glitch works is that when you're using the Insuzian, your invulnerability doesn't, like, your hitbox is disabled while you're doing the attack animation. Unfortunately, if that attack animation doesn't complete, then the flag for undoing your brief invincibility period, the tag for restoring your hitbox doesn't activate if it interrupts the animation. And the best way to interrupt the animation, you know, without actually being forced to take damage, which would restore your hitbox anyway, is if you fall off of something. Which means those enemies in the Amazon rainforest, if you do the Infusion on top of them, it'll interrupt your animation. if you happen to slip off of something, if you happen to get pushed off of something while doing the Insousian animation, it will disable your hitbox and won't turn it back on. So basically, any instance in the game in which you can use the Insousian and get knocked off a platform, or fall off a platform, or have a platform destroyed underneath you while you're standing on it while performing the move, is how you activate the invincibility glitch. And you'd think that knowing that now, I'd give this game a little more slack on my feelings about playing it. Hell mother fucking no. I hate this game the more I learn about it, because all it does nothing to undo the pain that I went through before with this godforsaken game. It's just like, yeah, it alleviates my time playing it again. But why would I want to play it again when all I associate with this game is stupid ideas, poor design, ridiculously obtuse design, and bugs that are used to literally break the game in order to make it even remotely tolerable. This game is shit. And I fucking hate it. I do not give a crap. I never will give a crap. I hate this game, and I hate it more the more I learn about it. Speaking of the more I learn about it, this is something I wanted to talk about in previous parts, I'm pretty sure, but never had a chance to get around to. But there is a way in this game to unlock Zero and his black armor without having to use the cheat code on the title screen. Technically. But that's just the thing about it. It's a technical issue that doesn't really add up. Basically, when you come to these areas, these secondary areas, like the first time, you'll go up against Nightmare Zero. There is a way to trigger a Nightmare Zero scenario in the game where he is fightable at a certain level. And that requires you to collect Nightmare Souls in order to raise your Hunter rank. And if you fight Nightmare Zero at that particular level with enough Nightmare Souls, then you will unlock Zero and his black armor. The problem with that is if you collect enough Nightmare Souls, you will have already bypassed you will already have triggered the event in which you will have discovered that Gate is the one responsible for the Nightmare event in the first place, thereby replacing whichever boss you would face at the end of those segments with Dynamo. Ergo, you can, while technically there is a way to trigger within the game's logical code a means to unlock Black Zero without the armor, there really isn't. Fuck this game. It's stupid design.
Shut up.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I hate you too. Jesus Christ. It's dying so many times. Fuck you. Just fuck you. Get the hell out of here. Dying so many times. Yeah, and that's the way that you activate the glitch in this area, which I do know about this earlier, because this is a pain in the butt. God damn this game. Yeah, and it means I can get over these spikes to get that one Reploid. Good job, game. I love this shit. Anyway, over to the secondary area, and this area is important. Slash, maybe not, I don't know. But remember how earlier I talked about needing the jumper part, and it comes from one of these rescuable Reploids? That rescuable Reploid in question that has the jumper part is in this area. Now, if I didn't have invincibility, there's only one or two other ways that I can access this particular Reploid right here. He's the one that has the jumper part. Because that's a long bed of spikes. So, there's only a couple of ways. You either need, like, the Hyper Dash or something like that to get across the other side. Huh. Wonder what that was all about. Or a combination of other chip parts in order to get across that thing, or the ultimate armor or something like that. The point of the matter is, it's a bit difficult to get across that without abusing invincibility glitches. Since I knew about the invincibility glitch, that saved me some trouble, but at the same time, god fucking damn it! Yeah, and that's how you use invincibility here. One thing about the invincibility glitch, though, again, crushers will still crush you, so that doesn't help. But the other thing is that if you use the Insusian again, it will undo the glitch. And here's access to another secondary area. Unfortunately, I forgot that I need to equip, like, the jumper part that I just got, as well as, like, the Hyper Dash in order to get over this pit with Zero. So let me fix that. Again, using that glitch. So now I can make some really long and really high jumps. And whoop! Just barely made it. And we got another light capsule, blah blah blah. I think this is the shadow armor. There's two armors. Neither of which you're going to see during this playthrough because I'm using Black Zero to do everything in this game. Anyway, after you collect that capsule, you can move on to the secondary area, which is another Crusher segment, but at least this Crusher segment starts you off with the right armor, so it's not as bad. But yeah, and I'm not sure, I think this is going to be the end of the secondary areas that we visit in this one. There might be one more. Actually, yeah, I think we visited some the secondary area of the Laser Institute already early on in the playthrough, so I won't be showing that off again. And there's a secondary area in the Central Museum stage, but as you may or may not remember, that whole stage has a lot of randomization factor to it. I played the stage like 3 goddamn times and didn't get it. So I'm just not going to show that off. It's not that big a deal. I have the jumper part and the Hyper Dash now. I think that's all I'm going to need moving forward. Once we get to the Fortress stage, which is going to be... I'm going to try and go back to live commentary for the Fortress stages. I only want to do post-commentary for this one because... seriously, it's a lot to do, and fuck it. I don't care anymore. But that's all that cleared up. With that all said and done, this video is soon to end. So thank you absolutely everyone for watching. We're gonna get rid of this dickhead. As always, there will be links in the description below, my various social media outlets, as well as my coffee page. This is the Devasia mentality out!